Hey everybody, this is Bill Gaither from Sandburg's Marketing and Public Relations Office. Joining me once again is Zoe Kudla-Pillay. She's the Director of Recruitment at the Welcome Center. This is the final week of registration for the fall semester, and we're here to talk about basically what that looks like this week and how you can still get in. So Zoe, for any of the students who are coming in right now, what are things that they need to do to, they have about 5 days here, 4 to 5 days. What do they need to do to get themselves ready to go for this fall?
First and foremost, you need to submit an application. Our application is free, so you don't have to pay an application fee or anything like that. There's no essay, and it takes about 30 minutes to complete. After that, if you haven't done so already, submit a free application for federal student aid or the FAFSA. Be sure to list Sandburg on that FAFSA so that we can pull together a financial aid package for you. We're also going to need some transcripts from you, your high school transcripts, as well as college transcripts if you've done any dual credit or gotten any college credit somewhere else. And then you do need to take placement testing, or we also call it AccuPlacer. There are ways to bypass AccuPlacer through your high school classes, your grades, your test scores, but if you have any questions about how you can bypass AccuPlacer, go ahead and call the testing center or the welcome center, and we're happy to walk you through those steps. And then once all of that is completed, you are ready to register for your classes.
So obviously the big, no surprise here, but the big question is, what does this fall semester look like? Everything that's going on with COVID-19, the college has been very progressive in looking to provide your education, but now you have the options to do that, in class, online, through blended ways. And so I want to throw it your way and basically have you talk a little bit about just the vast number of ways that people can come out here and still take the classes and get the education they need and keep moving forward.
So Sandburg has a lot of different types of classes they're going to be offering this fall. And for those that are going to be meeting in person, we do have backup plans in place should we have to go back to phase 3. So the first type of classes that we're going to have is face-to-face, fairly self-explanatory, but we will have social distancing practices in place. We do also have blended classrooms, and so those are going to be some students attending part of the class face-to-face and then attending the rest online through their My Sandburg accounts. Again, that will have a backup plan in place since it does have a face-to-face component of it. We do have multiple modality, and what that means is that students can choose face-to-face classes or online classes. And then we do have virtual classes where students will be meeting with their instructor weekly at scheduled times, and then online where they're going to be accessing the class through their My Sandburg accounts. And online classes don't require weekly face-to-face or virtual class meetings. So we have a lot of different offerings this year, but again, we do have a lot of backups in place just in case we do have to go back to phase 3.
Well, I think in definite times of uncertainty, the college has been very good about looking for ways to make things remain certain, to keep people moving forward. With that, a question that I have and that I hope you'll answer here is in regard to articles that we see about a gap year. For those that don't know, a gap year is basically if you're in school, you take a break, you take a gap, and you decide to take a semester or even a full year off. And a lot of folks potentially could be doing that because of the uncertainty of things going on. But in this case, with all the safeguards and all the forward momentum we have in place, what would you say to folks who maybe are right now planning a gap year and using this week as, reminding people there's still time to register? What would you say to folks who are maybe on the fence and why they ought to not do a gap year and to keep moving forward now instead?
Sure. So if you are in your first year or two of college right now and you're thinking about staying home, taking a gap year from your 4-year institution, you can always come and look at Sandburg's course offerings to see what will transfer back to your 4-year institution. Again, we are an affordable option. We are close to home for you, and you can get some of those credits under your belt and contribute them towards your 4-year education so that when you go back to your home institution, you haven't necessarily lost out on any time. You can take major requirements here, you can take minor requirements here, general education requirements. Just always be sure to double check with your home institution that the courses are going to transfer in and meet the requirements that you want them to. But you can keep moving things forward through Sandburg while you're home during that year that you're going to take off, or that semester that you're going to take off from your current institution. And if you're planning on doing that, coming to Sandburg during your gap year, this is really the time that we would want you to start taking action on those steps to enroll. There aren't a ton of them, and none of them are very hard or take too long, but we just want to make sure that you have enough time to get everything done, get your transcripts sent, sit for AccuPlacer if that's something that you need to do. So go ahead and reach out to the Welcome Center today, and we can get you started on those steps to enroll.
Once again, this is Zoe from the Welcome Center joining us today, and registration ends this Friday, August 14th, and fall classes begin Monday, August 17th, so don't delay. Contact the Welcome Center today at 309-345-3500 or email welcomecenter@sandburg.edu. Thanks so much, Zoe.
Thank you.